Gary and I moved to Uganda 26 years ago, and we moved here to start a church, and God has really prospered that church.
Marilyn and I responded to a call from God to look after the children, because there were 2 million children in Uganda that had been left orphaned as a result of HIV, AIDS, and war.
Watoto Childcare Ministries is about rescuing the most desperate children in Africa, raising them to become future leaders, and in so doing, rebuilding not just a nation, but a continent.
And God put in our hearts that we were to build homes, especially for children. Give them back a family, give them back education, give them back schooling, but most of all, giving them back dignity, value, and worth.
Jesus is famous for turning the unfortunate into the fortunate.
Hello, Mommy.
Yes?
I'm going.
Then you pay where?
Are you paying, Mommy?
They want to pay, right?
Are you not paying, Mommy?
Pay.
Bye.
Bye.
Uganda is a beautiful country, but the world needs to know that this country is badly in need of healing. About 1986, when the government got overthrown,
Joseph Kony filled the vacuum and formed the Lord's Resistance Army.
Almost 2 million people have been displaced in Uganda.
Joseph Kony is the most wanted man in the whole of Africa.
They abducted over 30,000 children and took them on foot to Sudan. So his method of recruitment was forceful abduction of children between the ages of 5 and 14.
when they were abducted, they were forced to become soldiers and they were forced to commit atrocities, untold stories. People were displaced in what we call IDP camps, where thousands of people from all across northern Uganda were cramped up, just basically for better protection.
They made life unbearable in northern Uganda.
My name is David Uchola, 18 years old, Ugandan. I was a former child soldier. My name is Robert Otam. I am 17 years old. I was trained how to torture and to kill.
While we were sleeping at night, the LRA rebels came and attacked our village. They entered into our house while lighting a torch on us. We were abducted 7 children, 6 girls and 1 boy. And among those people, I was the youngest.
Pero kana lumonyo kana magi kwayo nyiro kana menu buru kere nyindana kindana menu wantu nanu kiti.
When I came back, I found that all my parents were all killed.
You know, I believe that Uganda was known around the world as one of the basket cases of the world.
When I was in the bush, life was so hard, but life is now different in Watoto.
With tears streaming down David's face, he said, "Auntie," he said, "I used to have nightmares before I came to Watoto because of what I did in the bush." And he explained to me, he said, "You know, the worst thing I ever did was I tied a baby to a tree and I hit it with a stick until it died."
I was forced to do it. If I think how I killed him, so painful. Sometimes I feel like losing my life, taking my life off, but I still think every day Jesus didn't forget about his son called David. It's time for healing in Uganda.
I remember when I got an email from Louie and Shelley telling me the amount that college kids who are supposed to have no money were able to raise for war-affected children in Uganda. And I just remember being totally overwhelmed with gratefulness.
There's a new generation of young people who are growing up and saying, the world doesn't have to be like it is.
We have lost a generation, and we need to rescue that generation.
We are the future of Uganda.
Because of the extravagant generosity of college kids in America, last year we were able to build 5 homes for former child soldiers.
For us, we put children in a family setup. We built a house, a mother comes in, you stay with your 8 children. I love them. There is that attachment when you are interested with a child. I was given the key. I felt really today I've reached heaven. Because when you open the door, you find everything set into the houses. I felt loved. The children feel they are at home.
And I'm working very hard in school to make sure that in future I become someone who can stand on my own. I would like to become a lawyer.
It's written in the Bible that I will take you to captivity and I will bring you back. And Watoto is now raising me to be a good leader in Uganda. What I hope to be, I will be. They always tell me that God has planned for me. I have a hope and a dream. Child soldiers of Uganda will be set free. A world that has been changed by our Jesus. Never forget my story.